Alright, people, I did tell you long time that we are talking to Isiah Mentor, one of the old people in the reggae team, right from the 1980s through to the 2020s. May I tell you, people?
That creates for a home.
Alright, any which way, welcome yourself, Isiah Mentor.
Greetings to my brothers and sisters in Africa and the world. Greetings to the powerful people, the strong people of Ghana. The Jamaicans are Ghanaians, and we share one blood as a people. The Ghanaian people are very strong and famous, so it's an honor and a pleasure to be on the #1 show right now in Ghana. You know,
massive. So where are you talking to us from?
right now I'm moving around the globe, and I'm in the United States right now for a little bit. You know.
Oh, okay, massive. Some time ago, that was 2010 thereabout. We realized that you were in Ethiopia.
Yes.
What took you to Ethiopia?
Well, it's a spiritual journey, and I believe in Mother Earth and what she asks for, and for the completion as a Rastafarian, it was inevitable and it was important for me to go and see the motherland and see the birthplace of our king, Haile Selassie, and to actually go to his home and to stay there and to get the energy from where Haile Selassie has reigned and lived. And it was a total completion for I. As a man and as a Rastafarian, it was sacred that I go to Ethiopia.
Massive.
Yes.
Massive. We'll talk more about that, but any which way. How did it start for you as a musician?
Okay. So when I first started singing, I did not realize the vibration, the mystical vibration of singing, and the melody that comes from utterance from your mouth to the public. So I was a child, but in Jamaica, we usually, the way we were raised, we have chores that we have to do around the house. Cleaning. So one of my chores was to clean, we call it a veranda. I clean the veranda or the porch and the kitchen area. So I was just cleaning and singing, but I did not know that singing was so powerful to the human ears.
Wow.
And so my aunt heard me singing and called the entire family.
Okay.
And based on their reaction, is from that day I realized that I have a vocal. And so from that day, I just to capsulize my point, I start singing until the Ministry of Health did a benefit concert in our community.
Okay.
Proceeds would go to people that are ill. And so that's my first concert with Ministry of Health, a governmental entity. And then we start singing in local era in Spanish Town, Jamaica, with artists like Papa San, Anthony Red Rose, Wickerman, everybody you could think of back in those days. We start singing, and it's just an evolution from there until I perform in Olaba, St. Catherine, and I met the engineer for King Tubby's recording studio. And if your audience do a research, they will know that King Tubby's is the godfather, is the pioneer. He started
it's a legend, legend.
That's the word. That's the word. That's the word. He's a legend in reggae music. So so I become a part of the Waterhouse and Firehouse label. And it was just it was a beautiful thing from then, where I become a resident artist with me, Anthony Red Rose, King Kong, Wayne Palmer, a lot of artists came through, and then we had a camp, and so all the artists, every single artist in Jamaica passed through King Tubby's hand, no matter who they are, they passed through my producer hand. So I get to meet them when they come, because we get first choice at all rhythm tracks back in the Firehouse era. And so Tough Gong used to distribute for us, Sonic Sound, all the major radio stations used to play us back then. And that I was a young kid then, and my name was different, and so it's just a long extensive history,
Oh, okay. Massive. So fast forward, so how was like your development under legendary King Tubby? How was the development like?
Well, the development was like he was a
Mm,
father figure.
mm,
Um, he has a different way of thinking. He has vision.
mm,
He's not a man of many words,
mm,
but he's a man of action.
mm,
And he ran his recording company very professional.
mm,
I can say that he's the only producer that gave us bus fare to go home and come back to studio the next day.
mm,
We had a chef that cooked for us.
mm,
We had Sly and Robbie and all the top musicians build our rhythm.
mm.
And as far as my, it was very structured for me. It was inspiring structure. And in a nutshell, King Tub is made who I am right now.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to the future based on all the teachings and discipline
Mm,
that he instilled in us from, an upcoming artist till now. So
mm,
I feel I'm prepared and well structured and ready to deal with the world.
mm,
Not only musically, is mentally, spiritually.
mm.
I'm, very structured with the lessons that I learned from King Tub.
Massive, massive. So I want to know from the 80s. I mean, when dancehall was the culture of reggae and all that, how was it like coming in as a conscious reggae artist?
So the way we are as African Jamaicans, we have a certain amount of morality and morals inside of us. And that is one part. But also as a Rastafarian,
Okay.
it is incumbent upon us to spread the teaching
Mm,
of Haile Selassie
mm,
and our ancestors to the world.
mm,
And in order to do that, you have to have the consciousness, you have to have the vision,
mm,
and you have to have the discipline
mm,
to do His Majesty work and the work of our ancestors as African
mm,
reggae Rastafarian musician.
mm.
And so it's inevitable based
Okay.
on that our lyrical content has to be reflective
Mm,
of our artistry and our delivery in the music business. So it was a given in my mind that all of that has to come to place,
okay.
where we have to put all of that into the music and in our lifestyle.
Massive, massive. So now in these times, now looking at your journey from the 1980s till now, how many albums will you boast of?
Well, one of the things with I'm not a superstitious person, or I don't wish and want and hope and all that stuff. I'm a realist. But now I see where, just to go to your question, I see where destiny and Mother Earth kind of have things lined up for me a certain way. And as it relates to album, I never was one of those artists that do a bunch of albums. Even up to today, I don't believe in a bunch of albums if nobody knows none of your songs. If nobody knows one of your songs, we're going to do a bag of songs for nobody don't know none. You see what I'm saying? So I did an album for Parkites Records.
Okay.
Back in the 80s, and right now that record, it's rare and discontinued and extremely expensive because it's discontinued and it's from that era. And I did a few different things that other producers compiled as an album, but as an official album from my record label Village Roots Record, I haven't done that yet because I still believe in that my audience should know of a particular big song before you compile an album. So directly for your question, I do have album as Lily Melody that I was called back in the day.
Okay.
And then I have producers that compile tracks that I did into an album, but I would not consider that an official
Album.
Isiah Mentor release. As of now, me and One Blood Call, my manager, we are putting we're just getting singles out and looking forward to the big show like Rebel Salutes thing. Get your name out there before you do an album. That's just my position right now.
Okay. Massive. So at the moment, what is your latest song?
Okay, the latest and the biggest recently is God I Got Deal With Them.
God, I go deal. People did listen to that already. God, I go deal with them. The people them too wicked.
Yes.
What came up with that particular song? What came up with it?
Okay, so right now I'm on a path as a songwriter, as a content writer, where I listen to the sentiment of the people. I go by what people want to say, the message that people give to I want to put it out in music. And so particularly around the world as it relates to Africa, just as relates to people, period. There's a lot of violence going on. Violence been always been here, but now I think it's increasing on a level never been seen, and it's just gonna get worse. And so I just think in a lot of cases people need to realize that the creator of the universe, and some people call him Allah, God, any name you want to call. And so I want my message to go across the board that the creator will deal with those people, violence producers, anyone that deals with rape, killing, robbing, whatever. Their day is gonna come. So I just want victims of crimes to realize that God are gonna deal with them. God, Allah, Buddha, any way you want to call him, is the same thing. He's going to deal with those people, and those days, those people will have a day of reckoning because they're committing atrocities against people, committing crimes, and think they're going to get off easy, but they're going to be burnt more than 1 or 2 times. So I'm just telling people to rest assured that God are going to deal with them.
Massive. So what is your message to your fans and the people listening to you right now?
Okay. Wow, good question, because I have so much I want to say to people, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but just to capsulize it, basically, my people, we're living in a time where things are changing rapidly, and I just want people around the world to prepare yourself to be strong and to overcome bob and weave, so to speak, through these times that are coming.
Okay.
Love your children, talk to your children, hug your children. And love who loves you.
Okay.
And just to get rid of bad people around you. And I, as an artist, I am here to help promote that type of sentiments and mentality and thought process in promoting good over evil. So songs that you'll be hearing from Isiah Mentor, it will be nice. Some songs would be loving, fun songs. But then another time we have to burn fire too at the same time. So we're just here to do the creator's work,
Massive. So Isiah Mentor, can you please spell the name so that the masses can follow you on all social media and just chase the songs everywhere?
Yes. So Isiah is ISIAH, Mentor, MENTOR, Isiah Mentor. You put that into Google, anything that is as technology, you put that name into it, it will pop up with all my works, my music, because I work, even though I have a management team, I have people in, Carla Williams from Sun City. She's one of my consultants. She's the executive director of Sun City. One Blood Call, great man, very professional.
Okay.
He's my manager and publicist, and bunch of other people who's been in my career around the world. So I am looking forward to do some great works to come. But my biggest mission right now is to prepare the world's mind for the new era that we're getting into, because I think everybody think everything is okay, and everything is not okay. At the same time, I still don't want to have people living paranoid or uncomfortable. So it's a balance for for you, and your radio show. We all have a special responsibility, and I just want to give you a big thanks and respect to play good, authentic reggae music, because we need people like you in the industry.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much for passing through.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes, my people who don't know, I want you to log on to Blakk Senses anyway in Ghana. This Isiah Mentor will be coming to Ghana at some point when the time is right. So we just want to say, we're gonna fight for what we believe in. Human rights is what we're seeking. Equal rights for every man. Make them one. Blakk Senses, I go deal with them. The killer and the murderer them. Blakk Senses I go deal with them for our Jaja children. Yes, my people, tune into the #1 show in the world with Blakk Senses. You don't know. Many love, enough love to my Ghanaian brothers and sisters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Blessings. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thanks, brother.
All right.